What's up, witches?
What's up?
I'm Linda,
And I'm John.
and this is Getting Witchy, and we have an update for you guys.
We do have an update. A very cool update.
So, our last episode that we did,
I was going to grab the paperwork, but
the last episode that we did a spell to get a new home.
with one specifically in mind.
Yes, one specific home in mind, and we wanted to update you guys that we just signed the papers today and got the keys to the home we wanted.
Yeah. The one yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, we've seen a lot.
Yeah.
And this one has everything.
Yeah.
Even a couple little projects.
Yes.
But yeah. We got it. Today.
Yes.
Today.
So we will be moving in a couple weeks. So we might not be posting for a little bit.
Well, we'll still probably post something. I mean, we still have something that, what is it? We were doing Sumerian last.
Yeah, we have the Hindu.
The next one is Hindu.
Right.
And yeah, that one's
going to take some research.
Yeah,
so
that one's going to take
we might wait until we are in our new home to do that one.
maybe. We'll see. But yeah, so and we're going to have other posts that we do, like some of this silly. We've got several that we could actually, if we have downtime, could make shorts out of that we didn't actually post because we were being either extra silly, extra adult beveraged, or it just didn't feel right as a complete package. But there were definite times or situations, scenarios,
Right.
jokes during that we can post. So, but I think we should both partake in that.
Yes.
But anyway, so it may be a couple of weeks before you hear from us again. I personally doubt it. At least some kind of communique with those that do follow us and those that like watching the videos. But yeah, we got our freaking home. We got our home. We're actually we're doing a lease option to purchase.
Yep.
So that's how good and how cool the property, the development, the home, how cool it is. I mean, we even have some citrus trees.
Yes.
Think a lemon and a tangerine,
Something
or
like
a
that,
lime
yeah.
and a tangerine. Which, hey, pick a lemon early and it's a lime. Great for margaritas. I know that's not how it works. I'm just being a smarty pants. Yeah, I mean, it has, and which we mentioned, but so it has a front patio area that's basically completely enclosed. They had put up, which we're going to make better than what they have, but just by trimming and attaching the I don't know what they're called, but it's similar to the Arizona shade screens that they put on windows that are facing where the sun comes up or whatever. So it blocks a lot of light, even though it's hot as fuck out there. Just the slightest bit of breeze, because
Right.
it allows that, and the doorway, the entranceway. It's not an oven inside that little carport area, that little patio area.
Right.
But what's even better is that it's raised. There's a raised area right before or right at the beginning of where the door is, and then the first window into the dining room, and then the back. So it's about 4 foot by 6 foot.
Yeah.
Roughly.
Sounds about right.
Or by 5 foot anyway, but 4 by 5, 4 by 6 of a raised wooden deck area that our chairs and
Mm-hmm.
table can go out there. It just, yeah.
It felt like home as soon as we walked in.
Yeah, it did. And I noticed just now when we took Devin to go look at it. So there's about a 4-foot slab that extends out from the enclosed patio area.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to see. One of the things I was wrestling with was we had mentioned me putting my bike inside that area, but since it's walled off, I would either need to put it in backwards or need to turn it around when I get her in there, and which neither are that difficult, but they do add to the complication of parking her. Whereas what I noticed is that, like I said, 4 foot by about 2.5 before the door, the entrance to the patio, I can back her right up there.
Yeah.
And she's covered. She'll have, you know what I mean? The front wheel might get some rain or some sun.
Right.
But, you know, how often do we get rain? And it's not like it would hurt it anyway. But, yeah, it's freaking awesome. Yes. They do have a weird setup with the electricity. Well, the wiring. Because, okay, so they have what I think are two very, well, I shouldn't say they. We have two very cool lights in the kitchen. Now, there's two fluorescent lights that are bright as fuck. It's like you turn on the sunlight, turning that
right.
fuck. Once the one quit flickering and actually came on, which is an easy fix. But they have two hanging lights in what best could be described as, you ever seen those folding geometric balls where you could fold it and it's just a little ball, and then you unfold it and it's a bunch of triangles and then obviously a circular part of it too. That's what those lights remind me of, like a half of one of those.
Gotcha.
Because, well, maybe a little more than half. It comes down and then it has a brass or metal band at the bottom of it, but the light bulbs they chose to put in it are completely clear and have that new, well, it's a new design on the filament. It's got the yellow, like a yellow sheet. It to me, I haven't really looked at it or looked into it, but there's like a yellow film over the filament, and they just look cool to me. It looks cool, and it's a different kind of light that it sets off when you turn it on.
Right.
Well, there's two of those in the kitchen, and each one is on a different switch.
Yep.
And there is an outside light that has its own switch, but
no light bulb.
No light bulb, which is, which I did think was kind of odd that they wouldn't put a light bulb when they spent $18 per light bulb for the ones in the frickin' floor in the. It's just like these. They're hyper expensive LED light bulbs. Anyway. So, and then the light switch to the living room is actually at the entrance of the kitchen. There's two light switches. One of them runs one of those hanging light bulbs. The other one we don't know what it does yet, because it didn't seem to turn anything on when we flipped it.
Right.
It might be a plug.
It might be a plug, right.
It might be a plug. Or an outlet.
Right.
But so there, and then there's, was it 2 or 3? There's a panel of 3 that only one actually does anything. Right by the door.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think one of those might be the porch light. But there was no bulb, so we couldn't test it.
Oh! Did you notice that the entire interior of this mobile home, modular home, I love how they started calling them modular homes, because mobile home had such a stigma, or trailer had such a stigma. It's the same thing, modular, mobile. But anyway, It's all drywall inside. That's fucking cool.
You know what? I did not notice that, but
I did.
But yeah.
I note it. It's all drywall inside, the entire freaking inside. It looks like when we were in there with Devin, I looked at him when we were basically done with the tour, and I said, "Doesn't feel like a mobile home, does it?" He's like, "No,
it feels like a regular house."
Or no,
Like
I
a
said,
stick
"This
home.
feels like a regular house, doesn't it?" He's like, "Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does not feel like a mobile home." So I love the drive because that makes attaching things easier.
Yes.
That freaking
I
fake
know.
plywood
Paneling.
shit that they usually use, and gotta love the people that just paint the paneling instead of replacing it or something else. But no, this is all drywall inside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we love it.
Yep.
We're super excited, super happy. Thank you to all of you who sent any positive energy, or even if you just had, well, good luck for them.
Right.
Thought. That's sending positive energy. Just like, fuck, so what? It would be sending negative energy.
Right.
But anybody that wished us well, even in the smallest amount, thank you, because that energy helped us.
Yes. And my favorite thing is I have a soaker tub.
Yeah. I was gonna leave that, reveal to you. Yeah, it's an interesting. See, this is another thing that makes me. It doesn't feel like a modular home. It has a 3x3 stand-up shower,
Mm-hmm.
and then a full soaker tub. Like, it's a fucking soaker tub. Like, it takes up 5.5 feet by 4 feet.
Yep.
Of floor space. Like, it's a full-on mother loving soaker tub. Just doesn't have jets, but doesn't mean you can't get it.
True.
But yeah, so, and a double sink.
Mm-hmm.
So the only other, I saw this meme once, or it wasn't a meme, it was a short. True love is cleaning someone else's spittle off their mirror, like from brushing teeth and all that. So I have to clean mine, and you have to clean yours now.
Okay.
Mine will probably be a fucking disaster. Because I'm sloppy with the fuck. I'm just going to fucking town. That sounded bad. That sounded bad. Yeah, in case you couldn't tell, we're super excited.
Yes.
Super
excited.
We told my mom, or I did. Oh, and she says hello and she loves you and congratulations. She's super happy for us. Yeah.
Yeah, I told my sisters.
Have they responded?
Yeah. Well, Vicky did.
Yeah, no one's responded at work. They all knew what I was going to do, and I just sent them a message saying, hey, it's official. We signed the lease, got the keys. It's ours. Oh, we should have taken the check.
Oh, while we were there. Well, the office was already closed, though.
Sure.
But
okay. Yeah.
We can do it tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, they gave us the keys. I tried to pay through the portal that they have for residents. It only showed the water and sewer, and it wouldn't allow me to pay the first month's rent. And they're like, just drop a check off tomorrow.
Just bring a check tomorrow.
Just bring a check tomorrow. Well, we wanted to take I'll give you the keys.
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck does that anymore?
I know, right?
Like, that's all right. I mean, granted, they have the deposit, but, I mean, technically, even though we signed the paperwork, we haven't paid the first month, and we're already into the first month.
Right.
But I just thought that was different, too.
Yeah. And it's more square footage than what we have here. There's more storage than what we have here. The kitchen is bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, there's way more storage. Way more storage. Did I mention 2 sheds? I'm pretty sure I did the last time we talked about it. 2 freaking sheds. One's a little bit bigger than the other, but they're both fucking ginormous for sheds. They're not small little, like, outhouse sheds. No, that they're big. And I can't wait. The move is going to be a bitch in July in Arizona. But we're going to do it little by little.
Yes.
So we can, well, I mean, it does save a little bit, but it's not really about saving the money on a rental truck. It's about the size of the motherfucker.
Right.
Because we've got a 26-foot to move here.
Yeah.
Pretty much got it all in one load. I think we got it all in one load.
Yeah.
But maneuvering, even though I've done it, but maneuvering a 26-footer in a development that has
very narrow streets.
Very, very narrow streets. So I didn't want to have to deal with that. Like, just 18-footer, I can whip that, back it up, whip it in, and there.
Yeah. So the streets are basically just barely big enough for one car to go each way at the same time.
Yeah. With maybe a golf cart on the side.
Yeah.
Driving through. Yes, it's a 55 and older community.
But we qualify.
Yes. We do qualify. My old ass. But, you know, I used to talk shit or think shit about those community, or the community I now live in. But the reality is oftentimes they're a lot safer.
Yes.
I mean, you get the hoodlum that'll walk through scouting things out. I was one of those once upon a time living in Florida. But it's rare. And this one's gated, though.
Yes, this one is gated.
The ones where I was a hoodlum in at 15, 16 years old, they were not gated.
Right.
They were, you know.
Yeah, like.
Oh, someone made a joke.
About
Mom.
what?
She said, "Oh, so you're going to be trailer trash like your mom now." That is a slang for people that live in a trailer park from Florida.
No, that's what we used to call them in California, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so not just today in Florida.
No.
Man living in a trailer park does whatever.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
No, we used to call them that in California, too. And you know what?
But in my defense, those were some pretty ratty.
Yes.
I mean,
yes. Usually it was the trashy ones where people have cars up on blocks and, you know, but this is not that.
And trash bags at the front of the well, they'd have no door on their porch patio thing, and trash bags all around, and beer cans and oil cans, and when there were still oil cans, but I'm dating myself. What? Hence why I qualified for a 55 and older community. But it's gated. We haven't really met any of the neighbors yet. I'm sure several of them have watched us come and go over the last week or so. As a matter of fact, I felt some of them watching us. But hey, love them. The hell with them. I'm cool either way. They don't ever want to talk to me. I'm cool with that. They want to talk and be neighborly. I'm cool with that. As long as there's just not too much. Well, you know, I'm antisocial. But the office is fucking awesome. The office is awesome. Lorraine, this little old woman, she reminds me kind of like a cross between Grandma Kane and Grandma Skinner. Great Grandma Skinner. Not just because of her age. No, although she was probably about 15 to 20 years younger than both of them. But, you know, she kind of reminds... She's a pistol. She's, you know, as they would say. Again, I'm showing my age. She's a pistol. Quick as a whip, too. I don't know. I could just tell. Like, the way she responds, you know. Anyway.
You have a question about the portal?
Yeah. Well, what can I tell you? And I'm thinking to I'm like, So there was an issue with the residential payment portal. I think I just mentioned this a little while ago, so I won't do it again. But when I asked about that, Charlie was like, "Well, you know what? Let me
go get Lorraine because she knows about that."
And here I am, someone from the generation, literally the generation that brought computers to the fucking world. Like, I was using punch card computers. Mm-hmm. Like, my generation brought them computers. And I'm asking this older woman, wonderful older woman, at least 25 to 30 years my senior. At least. I hope I'm not insulting her. She may only be like 15 years my senior. But she literally, she was short. Mm-hmm. Not quite hunched over, but, you know, I mean, she's an older woman. They tend to like start to lean forward a little bit, it seems. This little old lady coming to tell me about an app. Now, you got to see the humor in that. The generation that taught their parents and grandparents how to use a VCR.
Right.
This little old sweet lady, who I understand can be ornery, but I've not experienced that yet.
Neither have I.
This little old sweet lady was coming to talk to me about how to use the app. And you know what was even funnier? She said, you know what, don't even worry about it, just write a check and bring it tomorrow. She's like, well, I don't know why it's doing that. And, well, do you want me to just add the rent amount to what it's saying, the water and sewer? No. Just bring a check. A little old-fashioned. Just bring a check. Not even a money order or a cashier's check.
Right.
Just bring a check. Anyway, like, the office people are fucking cool. The maintenance guy seems
pretty cool.
Yeah. A little bit younger than us. They had another maintenance guy they just hired, but unfortunately he didn't cut the mustard when it came to the there's another
cut the mustard
dead giveaway that, you know, from a
different generation.
Different generation. But he didn't make it when it came to some of the requirements of getting and keeping the job when it came to apparently a test of some sort. Not my place to say anything, not going to mention a name. He seemed like a nice guy. We don't know what it was that he failed on the test, but you know.
But it was a pretty big qualification.
Yeah, it was a pretty big qualification. They put up the rail, even though I'm going to do something different with it. It needs to be more stabilized.
Right. Because
it's just attached to the walkway. If you trip, I trip, and we go to push, it's going to just pull the screws right out when we lean into it. You know what I mean? But anyway.
Yeah.
We got our place. And we just wanted to say thank you, tell you about it. Obviously, we're excited. I'm excited. I haven't shut the fuck up. I haven't let you really much say anything, and I apologize.
Hey, that's okay. In other news, we had to say goodbye to one of our cars today.
Oh, yeah.
My little blue Mazda 2, who I had named Marina.
Took care of you.
Took very good care of me. Took very good care of Devin. But apparently she somehow lost the driver's side rear axle subframe on the freeway a couple weeks ago. I'm not sure how that happened.
I'm gonna just...
But rather than try to pay to fix her, because it would have been more than what she was worth.
I don't agree with that either. I haven't talked to the dude yet, but come on, yeah. $11,000 for a fucking... That basically, that's a new frame, which is why... Anyway, let me...
Either way...
They didn't want to do it.
I didn't want to pay to fix her.
No.
Because it would have been... Even with the quote that dude gave you, like, it would have been cost prohibitive.
$2,000.
Yeah.
It would have been a couple grand.
But kind of cost prohibitive, especially right now.
Right.
So,
no, absolutely.
I sold her to a junkyard, and we're going to use that money to move.
Well, we're going to use it for
some of the stuff.
Extras. Because, when you move, it doesn't matter what you have. It doesn't, at least in my experience, doesn't matter what you have or when you bought it or
there's always what
your annual income is. When you move, again, in my experience, I've always spent $500 to $1,000 on just, what, we need new rugs for the bathroom. We need a new shower curtain.
We need new brooms.
New brooms.
Yeah.
Because you can't take brooms with you from... You shouldn't.
You should not take brooms with you from one house to the next.
Because you're taking the dirt from the old house and bringing it... And dirt and negativity.
Yes.
And bringing it to the new house.
Yeah.
So new brooms.
New brooms.
Then there's the crystal grid I want to do.
Yes.
Oh, did I forget to mention that to you?
I think you did. I think you did forget to mention that to me.
Yeah. Crystal witch jar grid.
Oh, that. Okay. Yeah. No, like you did it. Well, no, I thought you meant like a crystal grid.
No. Yeah. No.
So that's why I'm like.
The witch jar.
The witch's jars. Okay. Like you did at your mom's.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. No, I was already planning on that. I was already thinking that.
What's funny, though, is I saw in the rules there's no digging on the property.
We can just put them in planters.
That's good to say for the video, so there's no evidence.
We'll just put them in planters with some sort of plant to mark where it is.
Okay. Oh, and we have a lot of bushes around the house.
Yes.
Bougainvillea. Which I like very much. They're a pain in the ass to trim and maintain. Well, yes. Not maintain. They actually grow very slow.
Yes.
But they're a pain in the ass to trim and deal with. But they're fucking awesome in that, so me growing up, and they probably still have, so I've not seen it, but they used to have fucking commercials, like public PDA,
public service announcements?
PSAs, yes, public service and PDA, public display of affection. We do that all the time.
Yes, we do.
They would have PSAs like, if you have bushes against your home, trim them back and trim them low.
Right.
That way, people can't hide back there. Mm-hmm. You can't get jumped or what. Yeah, right. Yeah. I grew up in an interesting time. Those were the PSAs on regular fucking TV, not the PBA channels, or PBS. Excuse me. But these are bougainvillea. They go up,
right,
and spread out, and then we've got oleander, which of course many people are allergic to. It's poisonous. Please climb through it. But first go through the bougainvillea, and so the sap from the other, like they're mixed in. I love that. Someone was thinking evil when they did that. But anyway, yeah. I can't wait. Now the fun begins, yes. Not moving the stuff over in July.
Packing and moving.
Well,
we've already started packing.
We've started packing.
Yeah, but
please find our eBay page and buy shit so we can get rid of some of the stuff and not have to move it. Dark Jedi 67. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know what mine is.
Yeah, I've had mine for decades. I
think mine is Lyrica Dragonfly.
Probably. It'll say it right around here somewhere. Oh, maybe not.
Yeah, Lyrica Dragonfly.
Yeah, but please, I have Snuggies. Oh, I can't. I mean, forgive me for the slogan that's on the Snuggies. I'm not a fan of that particular beverage. I'm less than a fan. I gave my children shit about trying to ask me to buy Pepsi, and even forced them to go purchase it themselves. I wouldn't even get out of the fucking car. Like, you want it, then you go get it. At like 10 years old, I made them no, I'm not going to buy that. But they're Snuggies.
Right.
People love Snuggies. Anyway. I'm silly. I'm super excited.
So am I.
We got our home.
We got our home.
Anyway, this is getting drawn out. Love you. Peace out. Be safe, guys.
Peace out, witches.